I'm Angie Montroy. Welcome to Angie's Pantry. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make one of my family's favorites and one of my favorites, cinnamon rolls. Trust me, if you make these for your family, they will do anything for you. So it's the greatest carrot of all time. All right, so we start with just some warm water. This is gonna go pretty quick. We'll add a little warm milk. And you know, people always wanna know the proper temperature. It's about 110 degrees, but basically, if you test it on your arm like you're giving it to a baby to drink, that would be just perfect. So I've got my liquid in the bowl. I'm going to add salt, sugar, yeast, and I'm going to give this a little stir just to get it to combine in a little bit. Then I'm going to add 1 beaten egg. Couple of tablespoons of melted butter, and just give it another quick stir. Once all the wet ingredients are in the bowl to make the yeast dough, you want to add a little bit of flour and just give it a quick whisk. And what this does is it gives the yeast a jump start for rising, and we'll add the flour in about 10 minutes. Okay, now that the dough has had a chance to rise, it's risen double in bulk. I'm going to take the dough out of the bowl. I'm going to lightly flour my surface, and I'm going to put the dough right into the flour. I'm going to roll this into a large rectangle. It's pretty easy. It's very soft and pliable. It is very easy to work with. I want to make sure we're not too sticky here. Do a little bit of flour on the bottom, a little bit more here. You kind of want to get all those bubbles out. There's a lot of little air pockets in there. This is really beautiful. And again, I added some whole wheat flour. Okay, I've got my nice rectangle of dough. I'm going to butter generously with the pastry brush. I've melted my butter in the microwave. Okay, and now I'm going to add the cinnamon. There is really nothing like the smell of cinnamon in your house. Walking home from school, we could smell my mom's baking 2 blocks away, and we'd start running for the house. She'd either be making a homemade bread or cake or cookies or something. It was always wonderful. Okay, so now I'm going to evenly distribute the brown sugar onto the rectangle of dough. Okay, plenty of goodies on there. And then you're just going to roll this up as tightly as you can. You can also add nuts or raisins to this. Nobody in my family likes either of those in their cinnamon rolls. They're purists. They just want the cinnamon and the sugar and the dough. So roll this nice and tight. You've got a big log of cinnamon and butter, sugar, and then you're going to pinch the creases together here, the crease, and then pinch off the end. And you've got a lovely base to start with here. I'm going to slice this. I've got some nice buttered pans. Even if they're nonstick, you want to butter them generously. There's going to be a lot of sticky stuff in this pan when it bakes. I'm going to discard the first one. It's not as pretty as the rest. You want to cut them in about 1-inch pieces. Place them in the pan. Give them a little bit of space in between so they have room to grow and bake and rise. These will have to go through one more rising. You want to let them rise until they're about double in bulk. And then you're going to bake them at 350 for about 25 minutes. They're pretty already. Can fit one more in the center. You know, I'm going to fit this little guy. Well, no, maybe not. Here we go. And then you cover it again with a clean kitchen towel and let it rise for about, I don't know, 40 minutes or so. You can get it to this point if you wanted to make them a night ahead and put them in your refrigerator overnight. And by the time you get up in the morning, they'll be ready for baking. Spread these out a little bit more here. Just right. We'll cover these and let them rise. Then the good part, the baking. Okay, our rolls have had a chance to rise for about 40 minutes, so let's just see how they're coming along. Look, they're perfect. You can see that they've risen and they've filled up the pan just a little bit, and they're going to go right into a 350 degree oven for about 20-25 minutes. Okay, now we wait. Okay, the cinnamon rolls are done. Oh my gosh, they're beautiful. I'm going to let them cool for about 5 minutes. Let me just show you how lovely. If you could just smell. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. The cinnamon is amazing. The pan is still hot, so you need to be real careful. I'm just going to quickly oh, it's coming. It's coming. It's still hot. Okay. They're pretty this way, but I think even more beautiful this way. Here we go. Voila. Okay, we have our hot cinnamon rolls, and I'm going to ice them with the cream cheese frosting. Oh my gosh. If I were at home right now, my kids would be lined up with a plate. And also they'd be calling for the bowl and the spatulas. Here we go. Cut into the cinnamon roll. It's so soft. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Remember, there's a tiny bit of whole wheat flour in there too, so they're actually pretty healthy. Never mind all the butter. Okay. Here goes the taste. Delicious. And relatively simple to do. I'm having more. Don't forget to visit my blog where I have tons of recipes just like this. We're starting to do videos. This is our first video. So come visit my blog and Google Angie's Pantry. It'll take you right to my blog. Thank you. All right.